What up, man? Smalls, here with the mogul, the boss, Dan Jazz Studios. First of all, what's poppin', man? Everything is everything. Everything. Yeah. We got a lot to talk about. A lot of, first of all, you know, he was one of the first people to make me sit up straight in class, pay attention. A lot of artists going out, you know, doing things, and you know, we're always impressed by that. But how did it get there? Who made it happen? Those are the things that I pay attention to. And you know, so I just want to say it was an honor to be here. Thank you. Rocking out with you. So yeah, just I mean, one of the things that's super dope that I love is this. Dash Studios. Can we talk about that a little bit? Yeah. Like how that,
you know, like for the last 10 years, maybe like, I would say since 2005, you know, I've just been opening up art galleries all around the world, starting in New York, DD172. And DD172 was an art gallery, but it was still like music. There was a lot of music going on. And a lot of things happened there. And then, you know, we went on to Poppington and the Lower East Side, and that was more about fashion. So coming to LA, this gallery was focused on making content. So, you know, I like to be able to do things when I want to at a professional level. It doesn't ever make sense to outsource to me. I don't like being a customer. So I just bought everything and have a space that whenever I'm inspired, I can record and provide at a professional level. But also have a television network and a streaming service. And we make documentaries, we make rockumentaries, we make scripted, we make movies. You know, we have scripted television shows. You know, and has a point of view. You know, it's a message. And it's like, this is where I can create whatever's in my mind and whatever's inspiring me and turn it into a tangible thing that I can sell.
Yeah. This is really dope. I mean, first of all, to be able to do what you want, when you want, and catch those moments, because that's really important for authenticity, which is something that has been coming through.
You can't contrive the vibe, ever. You can't recreate the actual vibe. It's almost impossible. So you always want to be able to capture it in its moment, in the essence of it.
Yeah.
You know, I hate fake shit. I hate scripted. You know, like, I understand movies, but when people are pretending to be real and they're like doctoring what they say or thinking about the conversations and the acting, you know, so it's honest.
Yeah. Is this something that you're doing? Is something you want to do?
Yeah, I've been having like, you know, I was doing streaming services when Netflix was still like, you know, selling DVDs in supermarkets. I was just waiting for the world to catch up. But that's what I do a lot. I wait for the world to catch up. And it's hard for me to play with anybody. Because, you know, I just don't feel like I want to play by the games and the rules that most do, that the masses do. Because those games and those rules are meant to control you. And I'm about freedom.
Which brings us to the Black Man.
Yeah.
Super dope. And a form of expression.
Well,
you know,
form of therapy for me.
Form of therapy. Yeah, talk about that, man. You made a song, which is so crazy because it's so relevant. Not just today, but just what happens in the industry, period. You know.
Well, fuck you, baby.
Right, basically.
Yeah. You know, because when they like rob you, you gotta be like, nah, you gonna pay. With that much unapologeticness. And people will try to rob you if you let them. And they do a lot of bluffing, making people think that they're tougher than they are when they are not. Sometimes when you're not about that action, and you step into the wrong realm, you will get exposed. So you should watch who you fight. Because you might come across the real one.
Which speaks to their authenticity. Man, talk about that. NFTs have become like a recent wave, and for whatever reason, this has been a conversation that you've been involved with this your percentage of Rockefeller Records. Whether you could just tell us about your perspective on how that came up and why.
I mean, I feel like my actions are going to speak way louder than my words, but no one's going to rob me. No one's going to pretend I'm doing something I'm not doing. No one's going to call me a thief when I'm not. No one's going to pretend that the CEO of a company, when I'm the CEO of the company, always will be, never step down. And no one's going to stop me from making my money, even though it might hurt their feelings to see me get money. And that's really all I can say about that. But I ain't going to just talk about it. We're in front of a court. We're in front of a judge now. So you can read about it. But the fuckery got to stop. And, culturally, us accusing each other of things we're not doing to make each other look good or look bad, that's the type of shit that ruins us. To empower another man from another culture to speak to your culture in a fucked up way about a company that you own. It's just not good business for the culture. And at another level, why are doing this supposedly suing someone that's supposed to be broke? None of that shit adds up. But that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Can you bring my drink, please? Thank you, I'm sorry.
Your love for fashion.
Yeah.
You've always shown up in a big way when it comes to fashion.
Yeah, I like being fresh. And I honestly don't think anyone's fresher than me. I don't do everything everyone else does because I don't want to. I don't have to. I'm not vain. I just like to be crystal. But because no one can make what I want, I just tend to make it myself. And, I like the fact that the things I was doing when I was 20 and 30, that people were sometimes laughing at is everything the young kids are doing now. Right. On a lot of levels. Right. From basketball shorts, size, a lot of things. But if you look back at the old pictures, you look at the receipts, I was wearing the basketball shorts and nobody else was. The socks was longer. I had the gazelles on, and the Russian hats, and the ski hats. But everybody was telling me I was bugging. They was laughing at me, calling me Urkel and all that. But the young kids get it. That's what I like. The young kids, they know what about what was fresh back in the day, and they are implementing it now, and of everything that they're implementing, and I love that. But having the ability to make it and manufacture it, distribute it is an art within itself. So it's like, me, basically, except for the sneakers, everything I got on, I made. Because I tend to make my socks. My basketball shorts are tailor-made. My shirt is tailor-made. Gave it to me. My son, my baby, his socks are tailor-made. My towels are tailor-made. My suits are tailor-made. I just don't think anyone could do it better. And sometimes it really will break my heart to put another man's name on my body. That's sometimes, all the time. Like, I ran into Ralph Lauren one day and had a purple label suit on, and it was like, that's never gonna happen again. It hurt. It hurt me to my soul.
Purple label suit.
Because I know I'm the coolest thing in the party and the freshest. How am I think I'm the freshest? Like, if some kid walked in to be fresh and be wearing my name, I'd be like, bro, I made you fresh. Sit down. And he could do that. He could have stunned it on me, but he didn't. But I stunned it on myself, and it was like, nah, I can't even picture that ever happening again. I got a bunch of big purple label suits that never got worn again. It's just hilarious.
What do you say to the younger generation that wants to do what you're doing as far as, fashion lines, creating things themselves, their own connections?
For me, I don't really have any expectation of people wanting to be the conqueror that I am. Like, I'm about that action. I like war. I am a disruptor. Like, I'm an industry conqueror. When I come in industry, I change it completely. You know what I mean? I change the trajectory of that industry forever. I did it in music. I did it in fashion. I'm doing it now with content. That's a fight. Even with NFTs. I'm not trying to come through regular. I'm coming through trying to fight what you consider the man, which is what art is, which is what an NFT is supposed to be an outlet to. I'm making a statement. I'm about to do something that's going to disrupt the industry. No one ever sold a piece of a company with an NFT. You understand what I'm saying? Niggas accuse me of minting something. If I minted this shit, it'd be on the blockchain already. Right. I did not mint anything. But I'm still disrupting. Right. I'm making sure that everybody now that wasn't talking about NFTs is like, oh, because only 91%, only 9% of the world even knows about this shit. Yeah. So now I'm going to make sure my culture don't miss it by making an example out of somebody. Right. And I can't believe who it is. But when I come in the industry, I'll be like, who is it that's I'm going to catch a record on? So they know this is my block right now. I can't believe who it turns out to be. But so be it. If I got to conquer this industry by using you as an example of what I'm about, what life I'm about, win or lose in the court, I'm going to win. Because I'm going to fight for what I believe in the truth. So that's the way I approach everything. I don't know if everybody wants to do that. You see, I come in calling niggas out. And not my own culture. I call them out. They oppress us. Where they program us to fight each other. Where I be like, nah, I'm farming on them. And then my own culture be trying to ice me out because they're like, yo, you messing with masters. Nah, nigga, we master. And that's what we have to understand. Once you know your self-worth and you find your dream, it was just something you would do for free. So you should do it so much because you love it that you're the best at it. And it never feels like work. And then you figure out how to package it up, distribute it to the masses, and get that money. But don't think it's going to be easy. It's about grinding. It's about protecting your territory. Or because this is a real game. You know, like, you really play dirty as your streets. Like, niggas play stink dirty. They'll lie on your name, call you thief and all that just to fuck your money up. People that you grew up with. Now think about that. That's the real world. That's the big league. For this money. Where I am. And also it's hard to play with cheaters when you play fair. So then that means you just gotta be real good, real right about what you do. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, not everybody's about that life, but don't fit in, don't try to be like anybody else. You don't want to become atmosphere. How do you stand out if you being like everybody else? Nigga, if you don't make the rules, you gotta abide by them. Nigga, you make the rules. But make some good films.
Hard to fight when you playing fair. Man. that's a big one. That's a big one. And you know, I'm gonna say for me that, I'm a student. I'm learning. And that's huge.
That's why I'm very transparent. Yeah. That's why I like the public fight. I want everybody to learn from what's going on. Yeah. So I ain't gonna say to do something I'm not doing myself.
Yeah. The pockets and clothing that you just spoke about, you know, when you are about to make your own clothing, because you know, like you said, you know, it needs to be what you want. When you're about to actually make that, you know, what standards do you put on yourself? What is it that when you get ready to make it, like, you know, how do you want to see it? How do you want to position it?
It's the way I'm gonna wear it. I just make what I want to wear. Like this. I want a plain black tee. With the DD, got the Flex guard truck with the socks, got my dog with me. You know? Yeah. So I was gonna make that. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm gonna make that. And it's based on my dog who plays fetch any second that you want. Fetch guy. Right. You know? So it's really about stuff. Yeah. It's about my point of view. Like, nobody's gonna make nothing about my dog but me. I love my dog.
I was watching the interview, and you mentioned that, you know, ladies, well, it wasn't an interview, it was actually releases interview, or opening or something. And you mentioned that you got ladies running pretty much everything you do. Talk about that, like the importance of that, and you know, your stuff.
Well, on a logical level, you know, thinking, man, so I'm like, what's God? You know, you think about that a lot.
Yeah.
You know what you're told God is. You can't believe what you're told, especially because it was telling it to you. And I'm like, God is the creator of life. Correct?
Okay.
And the only thing I know that creates life on this planet is a woman. A woman has to be God. And you look at what a woman's job is to do is to create life, raise life, but without the physical muscle, because of testosterone, they don't go nuts. They have to do it with their brain and their emotions. So I can see how someone's going to try to take that narrative physically. But, you know, generally speaking, men are insecure and they hate to see another man win. They're competitive by nature. I just don't trust men. They're not happy anymore. But they're so mad that, you know, their girlfriend likes you. They really hate to see you win because it jeopardizes so major their existence. It makes them very insecure. And then they start doing a lot of pump. And no one has time to be playing chess with a dude and spending that much time thinking about a dude. You know? I'm going to spend that time worrying about anything. It's going to be a woman. I enjoy it way better. So, you know, I like the environment better. I like the vibe better. And I feel safe.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, it's working. Well,
Dudes generally are stupid. And I do a lot of stupid shit, as you see. Like when you be thinking, like, why would they do that? Like, what the fuck? Because they're a dude. Somebody else fuck with dudes. Just because of this very reason. You can help a nigga put a nigga on everything, fight for his family. And they still going to be mad when you get money.
do you feel like it's about the money?
I don't even want to like think about what another nigga's thinking. All the time, that shit just makes me feel funny. Like, what is this dude think? Like, I'm worried about what my girls think. That shit, really, I'm dead ass. Like, I wish I could tell you something different, but like, to me to even be thinking and talking too much about a nigga just makes me feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean? If I gotta deal with it, I gotta deal with it. But like, if I don't, I ain't thinking about no dudes, man. I ain't got no time. My real estate in my brain, I enjoy it. And it definitely ain't no niggas. No dudes.
The art galleries.
Yeah. Like I said, I've been opening up art galleries for years. You know, I wanted to actually bring the culture of art to our culture. Yeah. You know, and when you bring artists together, so many things happen. You know what I'm saying? Like you get somebody that does music with someone that paints with someone that makes movies, and you create something very interesting.
Oh, wow. I'm crazy.
A vibe, yeah, which can be captured so many ways. In 360 kind of way, actually.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, the art gallery, the actual art, it's another form of expression. And I personally am intrigued by it, inspired by it. And so, you know, that was definitely one of the things that, you know, I was just inspired by you, you know, by the things that you've been able to accomplish. And opening those art galleries and moving in that lane like that, you know, super dope. And like I said, when you're talking about empowering, you know, our culture, I think leading by example is a huge deal, you know. And so there's more than one lane that you can go in, you know, to accomplish those things, to accomplish your goal, to be successful.
Yeah, I think that's been my job, to lead by example, which is why it makes sense that I've approached everything in this way and dealt with all the adversity and struggles that come from being independent and being inspired by a lot of different things. But it's rock star shit too. You know, it's gangster.
Billy Powell,
Pop star.
Billy Powell. How is that going?
Lovely. Then Pablo III comes out whenever he feels like it, and when he feels like it, he shows you a real rock star he is. Some real punk rock shit, you know, unapologetic, free, having mad fun, taking some gangsters, punch you in your chest, rock and roll. You know, rock and roll, the misconception is that it's there. Shit is ours. You know, it's aggressive blues. You know what I mean? And my OGs are like Taj Mahal and, you know, real stood up for something when it wasn't really so fashionable and you weren't so protected, when it wasn't the internet, when it camera.
Right.
You know? So I just feel like there's a torch I must carry as Billy Pablo III. I get to be a creative, I get to be an artist, you know, I get to rock out, do a show, and I'm not hiding behind nobody, I'm in front of the stage. You know, I got something to say, and I'm saying it, you know, and also it's therapy. But I do think the world needs to see what a real rock star looks like. A real rock star never sells his nuts, ever. That's when you're a pop star. Not the disrespect pop star, but I'm just not doing it. No one's writing my shit. There ain't no dancing around. It's all about the message. You know, I ain't trying to fit in. I'm not trying to give you a perfect. Nobody's perfect. You know, it happens. So why give a fuck? You know, love it.
Yeah. So necessary. So so now we have DTV.
You have 24 hours of original programming. And, you know, we're not, I'm going to say 24 hours of original deprogramming.
Okay.
Because the programming that's been presented to us has only been presented to us to control us and make us think something is good when it's bad. Something's bad when it's good. You know,
good, right.
So, really, I have a boutique network, a boutique streaming service. And in that way, I get to really, really hammer down on my message, which is self-empowerment, evolution, and dealing with the things that I think need to be changed. Not talking about it, really doing it. So that's why we put the commission together, with OSG, which is 90 Black Principles. And we have the commission with Senator Eddie Milton, Congressman R.J. Carson, and Bishop Purnell, Dr. Purnell, Todd, therapist, and Melanie, therapist, do it all. And all we do is deal with certain things like prison reform and health and economic empowerment, teaching us how to pass laws, how to lobby, education, you know, new curriculums that need to be implemented, the things they're not teaching us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The history of religion, which is where racism starts from the day you're born. Yeah, with all those things. So, you know, we're going to make some money on something. Let's make some money on involving each other, helping each other, showcasing what real wealth is, which is health and love.
Pushing forward. Do you think it's a form of therapy, or do you think our culture could benefit from such therapy?
Hell yeah. All of us being black is a lot of unrecognized trauma. Our normal and the shit we have to deal with is not everyone else's normal. But we think it is, and it really fucks with the trajectory of the way we deal with things in the future. You know? So having to be worried about the police calling, you know, God, or a European interpretation of the name, thinking God is white, which is put in your face, thinking you're supposed to have a 9 to 5, you know, thinking that, you know, you're number 2, when actually we're number 1. Yeah, that shit is traumatizing. Survival, you know, having to see your friends get shot or people in general. And go like I remember seeing kids get shot, go to school, no way after if I'm right. But I didn't think I needed it, I didn't think it was a problem, but to this day that shit still affects me. So therapy is very important for our culture. But the study of therapy, because black people don't get therapy, comes from white people. So when we get the fucking therapy, we still get the wrong therapy. We gotta deal with that too. So yeah, instead of talking about this, man, I'm about fixing that shit. And ain't nobody gonna fix the culture for us. It behooves them not to, because they'll always be able to control us, to divide us, to oppress us, put us in a mental jail, and we don't even know it.
Man. Well, yeah. Their studios, ATV, I mean, you know, taking control and being able to support and evolve our culture, each other, you know, they salute on that. So necessary, you know, and if nobody else did it, you know, I appreciate it and I grew up, which is crazy important. And then there's, if you know, it was an honor. It's always going to be an honor, man. And man, now check out DTV. Go plan. Appreciate it. Thank you, bro. Absolutely.
If you want another awesome video in our Black Excellence series, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.